All right. Okay, I'm here with Yinhla, and he's been on Marion Island 4 times, right?
Yeah.
As an overwinterer, and now he's currently working for SAPRI as a researcher.
South African Polar Research Infrastructure, top data coordinator.
All right. So what does that work entail, if I may ask? Because I haven't asked you this before. Like, what does it all entail? I know you go to the island, obviously, and you do some seal tags here. But, like, how does it work?
Nah, it's so basically SAPRI just enables science. We don't do science, but we help scientists collect science. So SAPRI has taken 2 long-term observation programs or projects that were on Marion Island Marine Mammal Program that was held at University of Pretoria, and the pediatric work that was at UCT. So because in the past they were relying on a 3-year funding cycle, and it's run by professors and researchers who want they want to focus on science.
Yeah.
So SAPRI now is doing the admin work to make sure that they hire overwintering people, they do the logistic component, and then those who are doing research, they can come in and just have the data for science.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So recently that it was so funny when we got back, and that seal. What's his name? Is his name Gordy?
Yeah.
But he's been here before, no?
No, it was his first time.
Was this his first time?
Yeah. Because
So was he just lost, or how did he get here? Do you know?
Yeah, man, I don't think he was lost. I feel like when he was at Gordon's Bay, maybe on the beach, he was disturbed or
Somebody
people
disturbed him.
Yeah, because people have dogs on the beach and stuff. So
And then he got into the streets and stuff.
yeah, but then it was like far inland.
How far was he inland? Because I can't really see on all the social media stuff how far he got.
Like close to 1 kilometer. So it was like far from the beach. Like
Holy
far.
shit.
I don't think he was going to find his way back to the ocean.
But how did you guys get him back there? Like, did you just try and put him in I saw you guys put him into a fucking trailer.
Yeah, no, it was a crazy mission because I went to pick up Dylan and our samples from the ship. Then 2 oceans they call there's a seal at Gordon's Bay if you're available to go to.
We need some help.
Yeah, then I'm like, okay, I'm already with the fresh sealers here, guys. Are you keen? Then that was available. And then we went in there. It was like a 9-hour operation.
Shit.
So we tried to lure him with a stick into the trailer.
He didn't want to move.
Yeah, he moved, but he didn't get inside the trailer because the trailer looked darkish. So he didn't want to get into the dark space. Then eventually, the vets came to immobilize him. Then we put him in a hippo stretcher. And I think we're like 10 or 15 that we have to pull him into the trailer.
Jeez.
It was insane.
Yo, 10 or 15.
Yeah, it was insane.
Those seals, how much do they weigh? I know Dylan has told me before, but I want to hear from your side, like your average, if you want to make an estimate of an adult.
Yeah, so
how much do they weigh, do you think?
Adult males can weigh up to 4 tons.
4 tons, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh yeah, they're pretty heavy, yeah.
Jeez, man.
They're massive, man.
But it was so cool seeing Gordy going back into the ocean. You know? Yeah. And I saw you had some help from Zaf as well. Zaf
So we contacted the previous sealers guys. This work. And then Zaf actually was at East Pier also to welcome the ship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was easy to go with him.
Okay,
yeah, but Zaf has been involved also with the Cape Town seals. So with Zaf, we've tagged few Ellies that holds out on Cape Town. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What did I want to ask now? I wanted to ask about that seal again now. Yeah, so obviously that, what did all the people's reaction like when you guys had to, were the people thinking, oh, you're harming the seal because you have to, I don't know, get it to move on, or were people fine with it, or?
People looked fine because there were cops actually put the barricades.
So
the public was standing a bit far. But I think it brought the Gordon's community together because almost everyone was there to come witness this seal.
To see the seal.
Yeah, and it was nice actually to hear the public opinion and stuff what animal is that?
Yeah.
Some were calling it a fish seal.
Fish seal. What the hell is a fish seal?
One guy was saying, yeah, I have seen this seal before because he remembers it from last year someone took its baby, so now it's coming back. It was just like exciting, man. Like,
You
to
heard all
say-
these weird stories.
yeah, all these weird stories and stuff. Okay. But that brought the community together.
Yeah, I think so. It looked really fun, actually. Like
Yeah, it
a
was
cool
fun.
activity.
It was cool activity and tedious.
Tedious, yes.
Because you don't want to mess it up in the eye of the public.
Exactly. You don't want to mess that up. That would look bad. But yeah, it was so funny for me. We just came back and then there was a seal. It was like, what the fuck? People like asking me, why did you guys bring seals back? And like,
Yeah. Didn't you put it in the ship?
yeah.
Because the day that the ship docks at East Pier is the day the thing pops out.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy.
it's
Imagine,
suspicious.
imagine it actually followed the ship.
it's suspicious.
Uh-huh. Like it was super curious and it was like, oh, where's the ship going? Let's follow the ship.
Yeah.
Imagine. That would be interesting to know that. But yeah, apparently there's another seal somewhere. I saw another one. I don't know if you've seen it. I'm not sure where now. Was it in a garden route somewhere?
No, I haven't heard of that.
You haven't heard of that?
Yeah. Because I know
saw another
Godinga's-
post of one, but I don't know if it's an old post or it's maybe an old one.
Yeah.
People post. You know how people are when they see something go
Yeah.
viral, then they try to get their stuff viral or something. I don't know. But I saw this post of another elephant seal here in the garden route.
Yeah, but Godi was at Simonstown and in the last 3
Yeah.
days he has left. Could be him.
Oh, it could be him again, yeah.
So they just have to check if the seal is tagged or not.
Yeah, like everyone was asking me, how does this seal get here? Like, how does it swim so far? Like, that's how far they swim.
Yeah, they can travel thousands of kilometers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but people don't believe me. I don't know. When the people ask me, like,
I don't think people will believe you, man. It's like for someone to understand the stories that you're saying about Marion, they have to be there.
yeah, it's
Whatever
true.
you say, it's a lie if the person hasn't been there.
Yeah, but that's what I've been struggling since I've been coming back. I was like, you know, you want to tell people what you went through, but they can't really understand.
That makes sense.
It doesn't make sense to them. I'm like, what? And when I tell them the cold or the wind, they can understand that, but you can't really explain to them the seals and the penguin shit. And they can't really grasp that, but they can grasp the wind and the cold.
But I feel like even with wind, they underestimate it. Because
Yeah,
you still have to go out and work.
Exactly.
And while
usually
here-
when it's windy here, you just stay indoors. fuck
Yeah,
it.
because they even like release a warning here, guys. The weather's bad. Don't go to work. Don't send kids to school.
Exactly. There you're like, fuck, we need to go. We don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
Yo, I'll never forget this one time the wind was so bad. I was just shouting like, fuck that shit. Because I had like my plastic bags to sample plants and then like, you're like, fuck. Nothing wants to, everyone just blows away. I lost like fucking how many Ziplocs that day. I'm like, oh shit. You feel bad, man.
Did you find them?
I found like one. I ran after it. But it's like, and then it's like 100 meters gone in like 3 seconds. You're like, what the
And you can chase
fuck?
it.
Yeah, those ones you can't chase. But there's some you can chase. You're like, you have to chase it. You just feel like, but it's funny, man.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
I'll never forget CJ. Do you know CJ, Charlene?
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
met
obviously.
CJ a couple of times.
Yeah.
She came to advise goodbye also before we came to fetch you guys.
Okay. Okay, yeah, but she's awesome. But she told me beforehand because she did like, she took me to the field to do some soil cores just before I went to Marion. She was like, and this one student of her placed her soil core and the Ziplocs right next to her. She was like, don't do that on Marion. Don't do that.
not. Yeah.
You're not going to find those Ziplocs.
Yeah, don't put things down on the island.
Put things down. Yo, and I was like, okay. And then when it actually happened on the island, I was like, thank you, CJ. Now I understand.
Yeah, I went to Prince Edward with CJ. It was nice, yeah.
Yeah, that was, when was that? 2023?
2023 November.
Yeah.
Late November, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, and she says, and you'll also obviously know that there's a lot more flightless moth and insects there.
And spiders.
And spiders.
It's crazy.
And they run around
Yeah.
everywhere. Because that's what everyone's telling me. I'm just like, what?
The grass there, they have like the heads and stuff. The paddies are fat because
Paddies
they don't have to go and scavenge on penguin shit actually. So
Because they can eat.
they can eat the stuff they're supposed to eat.
Yo, that's amazing. That's actually very interesting.
Yeah, I was shocked at the size of the paddies. Like, yes,
Yeah.
they're like big. Like you can see a few on the penguin shit, But it's not like that desperate look like when you go to King Penguin, Maine.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, I wanted to ask you, obviously you've been there 4 times, like, why did you go again? That's the first question I have, and then later I'll ask you more questions. But let's start with that question.
going back again.
Yeah, obviously it was fun, and it was an
it's
awesome place.
It's fun, it's hard, but it always feels like a dream. Like, you come back from the island, you're like, okay, tired, I'm done with this thing. Then you get back home, a month pass. Then the second month you start to dream about the island. You're dreaming like you're on the island. Just like sometimes when you're on the island, you're dreaming that you're back in South Africa and the ship has left you.
Yeah.
And then you wake up pain again. It was like that same thing. Like, did I actually go to Marion?
Yo, that's
Then
crazy
you want to go
that
for
you're
the
saying
second
that.
time to see like, this island really exists. Then you get there like, yeah, it exists.
Yo.
Then you come back, you realize like, there's no any other place like Marion. I feel like this, for me, I was like, okay, this is freedom.
Yeah.
Like, you actually focus on stuff that you want to do. If you want to read a book, you know you'll read it and finish it. It's like less distraction. It's like
That's
work,
true.
eat, sleep, then the cycle continues. So,
Yeah, that's all you do.
yeah, that's all you do. While here, there's like a lot of distraction.
So many.
You can't really focus on the mainland.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing something, the next thing you're on your phone, the next thing you're on your email. It's just like a lot of stuff
That's true.
that messes up your focus. I feel like Marion is good to recharge your battery.
So that's why you went back to recharge, or just because of the dream? And obviously, it's a cool island. Eh?
Yeah, it's a cool island. There's no any other place like Marion.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. That's so true.
Like the bad weather.
Now, since I've been back, I'm like, yo, it just like you just said, it feels like a dream. It feels like it's been a dream.
Yeah.
Was I really there?
Yeah. Because the year on the island runs fast. It's like,
Yo, and like when I was there, it felt like long.
it feels like long.
Yeah, but now that I'm back, I'm like, was I there?
Yeah. And it feels like you wanted to do more. There are like some things that you still want to do. That you
Yeah,
ain't done.
I still feel like that.
Yeah. And then you go back into those things, you realize there's
I
still
felt
more I
like-
can do.
I felt like the people on the island, like Megan and Ree, when I was there, like you walk on a place on the island, you're like, yo, yeah, but I can just come back again. It's a nice spot.
Yeah.
I like this spot. And then you realize, fuck, there's not gonna be another time
Yeah.
to come back again. There's not enough time.
Yeah, there's not enough time. There's
You're like,
literally,
oh shit. And you don't realize that was the last time I walked, like, let's say, for instance, between Spitskop to whatever.
Yeah.
Through Spitskop to Mixed Pickle or something like that. That black lava cup
Yeah.
section there.
The nice one.
Yeah, the nice
It's
one.
hard, but like once you're on the other side, you enjoy it.
But it's
like
a great experience going through that shitty black lava.
yeah, it makes you feel fulfilled when you're in the heart, having your warm drink.
Like,
But yeah.
Relief.
Yeah, I feel like the island makes you appreciate small things.
It
The
does.
things that you don't appreciate here.
Yeah, that's true. Just like a shelter and,
Yeah.
and a hot meal.
Hot meal.
Yeah.
Doesn't have
Like
to be
it
fancy.
Doesn't have to be fancy. Like I didn't give a shit what I eat in the hut. It's like if it's hot
Yeah.
and there's a hot drink,
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah,
Out
so-
of the wind,
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I'm out of the elements.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when you stay with people, they wanna, you make food for each other,
Yeah.
and then later, like at the start, you're like trying to be fancy with each other with the food, and later on, nobody gives a shit anymore. Like,
Yeah.
we just eat what the fuck we
Yeah,
want.
I just wanna fill my stomach and get on with my work.
But like at the start, we try to impress each other with nice dishes, and,
Yeah.
and then later on, no one gives a shit anymore.
At least you had a chef, so you're cooking in the
Yeah.
house.
Yo, I'm so glad we had Daniel, the chef, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I'll never forget. I think it was 6 months to go.
Yeah.
I had a smoke with him there in the braai room. He was like, yeah, I can't believe we still fucking need to be here 6 months.
You say, well, once that putting time frame on it, it feels like it's long.
Yeah.
But that 6 months just
Yo,
runs.
the last 6 months went so fast.
Yeah.
It was like,
Once the animals start coming back to breed, the year's finished.
basically,
It's finished.
that's how it felt like.
Yeah.
Yo, when like because that's how I looked at it. I looked at the breeding seasons of the animals.
Yeah.
To give yourself like a view of the island cycle.
Yeah.
And then when the birds, when the albatross start making their or laying their eggs.
Yeah,
you
doing
know,
that dance and
incubating.
stuff. Yeah,
Then I'm like, oh shit, it's almost done. You know, we're
Yeah.
almost done.
it's almost done.
We're basically almost done.
Yeah,
Yo, when it happens so quick, like a month, then flies.
yeah.
It's crazy how fast.
Nah, time flies on that island.
Yeah.
And when you have a good team, then it's faster.
Then it's even faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like I had a really, I wouldn't say like a perfect team, but we had a generally good team. I would
Yeah,
say.
you don't need many people actually, just like 2 or 3 good people. It's
Yeah,
fine.
then it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's really, at least we didn't have any aggressive people. I'm
Yeah.
so happy about that. Like, imagine we had an aggressive person who just like, fuck you. And
Yeah, it kills the mood of
it kills the
team.
whole
Yeah.
mood, man. Yo,
You
you
can
have to come
disagree, yeah.
eat with this person.
I'm like, it's fine to disagree with someone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
it's
That always
fine.
happens.
Yeah.
You know? You always disagree with people.
Yeah, because you can't agree with everyone.
Yeah. So if you had to like say you had 4 different teams, right?
Yeah.
Is there like a favorite team that you had?
Like, I like all my teams, but I like some teams which I was like, okay, this was exceptional.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. So, like,
Okay.
M74 was one of the best teams.
Mm. Is that your first year?
No, that was my second year.
Your second year?
Yeah. Nah, my first year doesn't really count, man.
Why not?
I feel like I was still young and
You're
naive.
still young and naive.
Yeah.
Oh, but then mine doesn't count as well.
I think it does count.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, no, man. Like, you get into the place for the first time. It's your first time, like, living with diverse groups and stuff. Like, you have to adjust to, like, different cultural systems and beliefs.
Yeah.
But it was a nice team, actually, also. I think it was fun. We had the best times. But, like, M74, M77, and 78, yeah.
Yeah.
M77 was actually the best.
Actually the best.
Yeah, because we went in breeding season. We either,
And that was the COVID year.
yeah, that was the COVID year. It was a
Yeah.
fun trip because we were just dropped, then we started running around.
Yeah.
There was no time to like get fit.
Get fit, you just had to go.
Yeah, you just get in, you start
Yo.
moving. So yeah, that was fun.
And-
And we had the film crew, which is like
Oh yeah.
a different dynamics to the teams. So it was nice.
How were they? Were they like chill? Did they come help you guys in the field?
Yeah, they came to the field to do their filming and stuff. They were having like short space of time to like finish their stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, they were keen and they were willing to do stuff.
That's cool.
So like they came to see what other people are doing, like checking their footage.
Apparently, that's what I heard. They filmed the king penguins mainly. Or what did they
Yeah.
film? Just penguins. Basically.
Yeah, that story was revolving around the life cycle of a king penguin.
Ah,
So
okay.
like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's there on ITV. If you have ITV stuff. you can watch it.
ITV.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it actually. I should watch it now.
Yeah,
I
it's
can now.
I think on YouTube they have 2 or 3 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. A year on planet Earth.
A year on planet
Yeah, it's
Earth.
like well made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think people watched it. Oh yeah, they watched it on the ship when we were coming to fetch you. Not when.
Nobody watched anything when we came back, really. If you think about it, we didn't watch a movie. Oh, there was.
Yeah.
I think David put on a movie one time.
Yeah, it's the one who played it. I think when we were going down to fetch you. Yeah.
Uh,
Because he has 4 episodes.
okay.
So yeah, it was nice having the film crew and having the best team video because it was made by film experts.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I want to see that video then. I want to see if it's nice.
It's there on YouTube. It's there on YouTube.
It's also on YouTube.
Yeah, it's there
Okay.
on YouTube.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah. I think it's the best team video.
Yeah, I'll believe you. It's a film crew, so it's probably the best.
We even had a drone. So,
Oh, okay. Okay, you guys win. Yeah.
so yeah,
Yo. Speaking of drones, it will be actually interesting if they implement drone technology with the counting of the penguins.
that would be nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I don't know, you can't really make an accurate.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Now, I think you need to incorporate drones. So you can still count like the traditional way
Traditional way.
and still have the complementary methods.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just you can use both.
Yeah, just use both.
Yeah.
I think even counting elephant seals, you can use a drone on
Yeah,
the
you
15th
can.
of October.
But obviously,
So
then
like do the hand count and then fly a drone also.
they'll only give you a count, but would you be able to know what's a male, what's a sub, and what's a...
Yeah, you
With the
can see
drone.
the sizes, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll make a...
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then you will have to help the system or whatever machine learning that they're using to count, to differentiate age classes and sexes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you hear about Marion?
Yeah. The first time. Yeah. So when I was doing my first year,
Yeah.
this guy came to give a talk at the varsity. It was like, I think it was the third month or the second month of my first year. Then I was sitting there, seeing this guy was like talking about Marion because I've been to Marion before. Like showing all the pictures, the hearts, and what opportunities are there. And I was like wondering, like I feel like he failed us in describing where Marion is found. So I was left with, okay, there's a place called Marion Island.
Yeah.
And the biologists are welcome to do stuff there. But then I never like browsed it or anything. And then when I was doing my honors, I was like, okay, I'm almost done with it. I don't know what to do next. Then I was working on the university premises. Then I saw on the notice board an advert looking for sealers and a killer whaler on Marion. Then I was like, this is where that guy was talking about when I was doing my first year. Then I went to this guy who was my lecturer actually, so I went to speak with him because he's also been on Marion to ask him, I've seen this post about Marion, how is it? Then he told me how shit and creepy it is. And then he was like, do you want to apply? I'm like, yeah, I'm interested. Then we spent like 2 hours while he was telling me about, how hard it is and how mental ready you have to be. Then he showed me some few pictures. Then it's like, if you're still interested, come tomorrow. Then the following day, early in the morning, I went to his office. I'm like, I'm still keen.
Still keen.
Yeah, then he helped me like do the application and stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah. And from there, I was in.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. Then I arrived on the island. I'm like, he didn't lie. It's worse.
It's worse.
But if you tell someone that something is worse, we'll always like think of what's worse. It like varies from our personal experiences. If I say the weather's bad, we're gonna say like think of Cape Town bad weather.
Yeah.
But if you're from Limpopo, you think like, what's the bad can it be? We just have wind here and there. So you can't really like comprehend it that you can. If someone says you will have 4 seasons in a day, it's like, no, that's impossible.
Yeah.
That's some BS stuff. But yeah.
What was a real shock for me is like there's a lot of people who comes to the island and they have no idea. They have no idea that it's bad. They don't even know it's a subantarctic. They think some people like, where's the coconut trees? You know?
In one of my teams, we had a guy during the hard restore go. He was so happy, like, bro, I'm flying to the other side of the island to meet the locals. I'm like, okay, this is the guy we have to spend the year with. And he was,
What locals did he meet?
I don't know. He was so disappointed when he came back. He was like, so no people lives here.
Shame, man. Did you ever hear with that guy?
Yeah. He finished there. He survived.
He survived. He was fine.
Survived. Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah,
it turned out to be one of the best human beings.
Yeah.
It started shaky, but eventually realized, okay, isn't it?
No. Definitely people are able to adapt. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, it's
like
more
your body adapts as well to the climate and everything.
I think it's more of a mental thing than the physical ability.
Yeah, definitely. I always say, if you do a race like a running race, you need to be 50% mentally there.
Yeah.
Then you're halfway.
Yeah.
If you can get your mental state right.
Because your mind will push you.
Yeah.
The body will fail you.
Yeah. Pretty much.
The body always gives up, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I can remember John told me like of this person, I think it was one of his years, that was the radio tech.
Yeah.
And I think it was I'm not sure, I can't remember now. But he said he came there and he was like, where's the mall? Where's the shopping center? And he didn't last, he went back.
Yeah,
I think you've probably heard of that.
Yeah. I think it was a takeover where they were taking over from us or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because someone went back.
Yeah, he just went back. He's like, fuck this shit, he's not going to do it.
But it shows that we need more awareness about the island.
Yeah, you do. Most people don't know about it.
They don't know.
Like most people, even people that are naturalists, And people that really like nature and stuff don't even know that we have islands.
They don't. Yeah, they only know Robben Island.
Yeah, they don't.
It's like so shocking. I'm like, can we get Marion to be at the same level as Robben Island?
Yeah, that's what we need to get.
Because it's far, like.
I think the problem is that it's not open to the public. That's the problem. It's only through social media.
But it's also an important heritage site for the country.
It is. Yeah. But I don't know why people don't know more about it. I think we should post more stuff about it.
But what type of stuff? Because your followers as scientists are actually Marion people.
Yeah.
So we're posting to the same audience that knows about the place.
That's the problem. Yeah, but that's why I'm having these talks,
Okay.
Get it out there. We need to get the story out.
We must create a website or something that make the stuff go out. Viral.
Yeah, no. I'm going to try and post all of those Marion diaries, I call them.
Yeah.
All those podcasts I had with my crew, people there. It's going to be nice.
Yeah.
I just want to try and post it not every day, but like, because I don't have many. I only have like 8.
I have a family member that told I'm going to do a podcast. She was like, when they're out there, I must send the link. So you must make sure you post.
No, I'm going to post. I'm going to post tomorrow. You're going to be my first post.
Because people are already having interest in it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what I want. Yeah. So I'm going to call it Elmar's Ecosystem. That's what it's going to be called, my podcast. I'm pretty much just going to focus on, nature people, naturalists, ecologists, botanists, anything, scientists, people, just interesting people.
Yeah.
And I just want to get our community together,
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's a community for ecologists, us to get together and know each other, know what each one of us are doing out there,
Yeah.
That's the thing. And obviously I want to focus a lot on Marion, especially because I've been there now, so I want to get to talk to more people.
And people these days are more into podcasts than reading a book.
And reading a book.
Yeah, because you can sell a book, but people just want to listen. They just want to
It's easier to listen these days because now you sit in a car.
Yeah.
You can't fucking read in the car, You have to drive 3 hours. And you just put on a podcast. That's what I usually do.
Yeah.
Like I've been driving to Nature's Valley now. And I just like put on 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I'm good. You don't have to listen to music all the time,
Yeah.
But yeah. So for a person who's been there 4 times, you're pretty chilled about it. You're not like making a big deal about it. And how many takeovers have you been now as well?
Okay, excluding the overwintering years, I think I started going for takeover in 2023. Yeah.
Yeah, 2023.
Yeah. So it's few.
So it's free,
Yeah.
basically, excluding that one. Yeah. And then all the people that you've met, like, because you've met like that Martin Bester the first year.
What a legend.
How is that guy? 'Cause I've been reading him in the book, Painful's a character. Yeah. And I'm reading about him. This guy just seems like a fucking cool dude.
He's a legend, man. Talk about legends, not him. Yeah.
Yeah, but why is he a legend? What makes him a legend?
A lot of things. Some of those things.
Obviously, his work with the cats.
Yeah,
the cat eradication and then the seals afterwards.
Yeah, so he's the one who initiated the Marion Island Marine Mammal Program in 1983 to start with the actual long-term monitoring of like tagging all the seals that are born on the island. And now even to this day, we're like still cherishing his efforts and initiatives.
Exactly.
And it's like
still continuing it.
Yeah, it was not just research; it was like also like have human impact on it. Like if you look at the number of people that have been through the meme, and then you look at them now, they're like all over the world, doing PhDs, having higher positions. So
see, that's what people don't get. It's like these opportunities makes doors open to other opportunities.
Yeah, it opens a lot of doors.
A lot of doors for people. Yeah.
So Martin's a legend, man. He has built a lot of people.
Yeah.
And he's still like invested in the program now.
Yeah.
Because now and then I email him to ask him stuff. It's like he's still invested into it. Yeah, he's retired, but he's invested into it. Yeah.
Where does he stay now?
Pretoria.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, he looks like a very cool character.
Yeah.
He probably told a lot of cool stories.
Yeah, in the Mama Lab, the Silas function.
Yeah.
I wish you can get him to the island. One more takeover.
One more takeover.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you be interested to go again? You
I'm
think?
sure you will be.
Yeah.
I'm sure you will be.
But why isn't he coming anymore? Just because he's retired?
He's
or
retired.
Is he old? How old is he now?
Yeah, I don't know his exact age. But yeah, he's old, but he's fit.
He's fit.
Yeah, he can still walk the island.
Yeah.
So,
I can remember that one time at one story in the Painform's a character of the snow. Him and Niku walking through the snow there, checking seal tags. It's crazy shit.
yeah, hardcore sealers.
Yeah, that's hardcore shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the island never looked like that while we were there. Like, it was never that hardcore snow.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of snow, actually. Did you ever hear where there's like super, like fucking, I don't know, waist level deep at the coast?
In M71, there was like thick snow.
Yeah.
And then M74, we had like knee-deep snow. But like, since I started going to the island, I've noticed like massive change.
Yeah.
Like even at Kalkopi, it used to be like a bare rock there. And then now you go there, there's like some vegetation popping up. There by Tripod, there used to be a lake on the other side of Tripod. But now it's dry out, there's vegetation. So I think the island is drying out.
I also think so, yeah. It is quite dry now.
Yeah.
Like
The Mayas are no longer as deep as they used to be.
Probably not. Everyone's saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also noticed that we had like in October, November, we had a dry period.
Yeah.
We were like, it was dry and the soil was crusty. It was like,
Yeah. And then you see the beds painting and the seams. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's maybe just like a time period. Maybe it's going to change again. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. But anyway. Yeah, so working as a sealer for 4 years, like, how was your experiences like between the years? Like, obviously, the first year is like you're new and you learn this shit, but now you come back, it's like, you know how it works. So, was that like a fun thing to have? Like, because you can actually just train the guy that's new with you, and like, how did you like adapt to that? Or
It's always hard being a sealer.
always hard.
Yeah, you just know, okay, this time the animals are coming back. We expect to do this. But like, I feel like at the end of the year as a sealer, you reflect and look back, you're like, okay, I've done the best I can do, but I can improve and do some other things better. So you go back, you want to like improve some aspects also.
Yeah.
Because it's like a lot of work that's happening as a sealer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But it's still hard.
It's still hard. So it didn't get easier for you.
It does get easier because you know, okay.
Because obviously you know all the beaches, you know
Yeah,
what
you know
to
all
look
the beach,
for.
yeah, you know what to look
specific-
for,
yeah.
and you know how to react in the animal, like when you are walking around the
you're walking
animals
the
and stuff.
animals,
Yeah, but the work is still intense.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, still intense.
Stays still. You don't know what the seal's going to do.
Yeah,
Ever, really. That's my experience.
yeah. I think that's the fun part of it that they have.
Exactly.
Also, they have different personalities. I don't know if like you can say a seal has a personality.
No, you can. I agree with you. Especially elephant seals, they have different personalities. Like to the max, actually.
So it's fun working with them. It's repetitive work, which is fun.
Yeah.
Like you see different tags. Sometimes you see a seal like, oh, this is the oldest one. Or like, oh, I saw this one at this beach, now let's move to this side. So it's like, yeah, it's always cool.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like being an ecologist on the island, just to go help with the sealer work was fun for me because it's just like adrenaline rush. Like,
It is, yeah. You're
like,
always pumped.
Yeah, you're like pumped.
Yeah, that's why you don't get cold.
Okay, now I get it. Why you guys do this. Yeah, it was so fun helping out, actually. And weighing all those wieners. And
Yeah, nah, the winners are the best.
it was
I feel like
cute.
breeding season is more intense but more fulfilling. And it runs out fast.
Yeah, it was fast.
It goes fast. That 3 months.
You'll never forget this one time. I think I was coming from around island and Dylan and Megan stayed with, I think I was with Rio on around island to help her with the birding stuff. And then we stayed in Repetas, but they came there and they were like smelling like penguin shit. And I don't know. It's like, yeah, you guys smell. Like, what the fuck did you guys do? Like, no, you know, the seals are sitting there in the fucking shit and like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But it was at breeding time and Dylan was so tired.
Yeah.
He was like speaking with me 1 minute And then the next minute, passed out.
Yeah. Even in the heart now, we take over. We're just like, you're speaking with him, then he passes out. Like, hey,
Passes
dude.
out. Yeah, you can just pass out. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like having a in-depth conversation with him, and just all of a sudden, I was like, what happened?
Yeah. No, seals don't smell, man. It's the penguin shit that
It's
smells.
the penguin shit, yeah. The elephant seal shit's not that bad of a smell.
It's the penguin crab that smells.
Penguin crap, bro.
And you
But it
have to
was-
weigh them, then you have to go back to base. And then they say, seals are smelling. But nah, we're not. It's the bedders.
Ah, but the birds can also smell.
Yeah.
That albatross vomit. Jeez, that's a
It's
different kind of
gross.
smell.
And you can't get rid of it from your clothes.
No. I think I still have it on my fucking trousers, on my knees. Because you know how you sit on the nest sometimes and that fucking shit is there and I don't know, the vomit and everything on the nest. Like here on my knees, you can still smell it. It's like,
No, you can't
go
get
like
rid
that.
of that.
You can't get rid of it.
Yeah, no.
It's crazy shit.
The smell is crazy. I think we need to check its chemical composition.
Yeah, but it was so funny. I made fun of him that week, and then the next week I went to help them weigh the wieners at Archways. But like most of the team came with, like John and Lundani and Marcello, and everyone was there kind of. It was like half of the team was there.
Yeah.
It was crazy shit.
Yeah.
But then we all smelled like shit that day. And then Dylan just laughed at me. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, you made fun of me. That's karma.
Yeah, now weighing at Archway is fun because they move behind the king penguin column to chill there by the penguin crab.
They come fucking rolling that shit at the back there.
Yeah, and you have to roll them.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, it's a fun job, man.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the dirtiest job.
Yeah, that's like, I told him, you know that series, The Dirty Jobs?
Yeah.
That's a series, right? What is
Yeah,
that guy's
it's a
name?
TV program or something.
Yeah, it was a TV program. That guy should go to Marion. Like, this is a dirty job.
Yeah, to see a dirty job.
That'll be a funny dirty job.
Rolling winners.
Yeah. But yeah, like, obviously, would you go back for another year? As an overwinterer? Probably not, no?
I can actually. I think I still have one more year. But yeah, we'll see.
You'll think of doing one more year?
I think so.
Maybe.
I would love to. But
Yeah, but now you obviously have a different position, so...
yeah.
Did
But
you,
it would be nice to do one more year.
I'm going to change the subject quickly because I forgot to ask you this, but did you go tag that seal today? You haven't?
No. So the seal has left Simonstown.
Oh, so was that seal you need to tag? The
Yeah, they
elephant seal?
wanted to put a tracking device.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Because there's flipper tags, but they just want to put a tracking device.
Okay.
But he has left now.
So you guys didn't have a tracking device when you guys pushed Gordy into the ocean?
No, it was not ready.
It was not ready.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, man.
It will be nice to actually see where he goes when he lives here.
Yeah. That would be flipping interesting.
Yeah.
Because I think they pop out everywhere, you know.
Yeah. Because in the past they've put tracking devices on South African seals. One actually went to Marion, Sailso.
Yeah.
It was so cool. It was like they dropped an email. Hey, it was like in my first day. Like, hey guys, we've just tagged the seal in Cape Town here. Just look out for it
Yeah.
in Marion. And then like a few days later, they found it at Hansen.
Yo, that's crazy. Just like a few days.
Yeah. It was so nice.
How the fuck does it swim faster than the ship then?
I don't know, man. But I guess they're fast.
Yo, I would love to see them swim under the water.
Yeah, I don't know their speed, their swimming speed.
You don't know their speed.
I don't know their speed, but yeah.
It should be a study on that, I feel like.
I'm sure the tracking device might be recording their speed.
Yeah. I think the tracking device will be able to do that. That would be a cool study as well. But they probably have done that before, no?
I think so.
Yeah. With like tracking devices.
Yeah.
Where do you put the tracking device?
On the head.
On the head.
Yeah.
Or won't it fall off?
No, it doesn't. You would glue it.
You glue it.
Yeah.
Of what glue though?
Epoxy.
Epoxy.
Yeah, just put some epoxy there on the head.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw some of it in that book, tracking devices on the elephant seals. Yeah, it's flipping interesting.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
Yeah. Are you busy with your PhD?
Yeah, I'm busy with it.
So what does your PhD involve? Because I know, like Dylan told me, he did the biopsies, and
Yeah.
is that like with the gene?
Yeah, so it's paternity and population structure.
Okay.
So I just wanna check if the alpha male is actually the one who's fathering all the pups in the
All the
harem.
pups.
Because you have those side bulls there who are trying to get in.
Mm.
And I also wanna check for females that skip breeding season to check their paternity, if like are they mating with like if sex from the sea is a thing, and if that's mating with bulls from elsewhere.
Yeah.
So we have some samples from Buffet, and also wanna check the population structure of the elephant seals. Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Because I saw in breeding season, like, you see these two bulls like fucking fighting
Yeah.
each other, and then there's like a one coming from the side and just stealing a female.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be interesting, like if that seal like impregnates.
Yeah. So you see,
That
like,
one.
yeah, it will be interesting to know, like, maybe sperm competition, if she mates with more than one bull, which one fertilize the egg.
Oh yeah.
Maybe sometimes the beach master can mate with the female, but then his sperms are depleted, and then the guy who
Yes.
mates with her actually is the one who's
Yo, imagine that.
the pup. So
Like one is a beach master, but it's like
it's not fathering
it's
anything.
not fathering anything.
Yeah, because he's shooting blanks.
Yeah. That could be interesting.
So yeah.
Just because he's like dominating everyone, but he can't father anything. That's
Yeah.
fucking weird, actually.
So does it really matter to be like dominant and aggressive? Or is it
But
safe to be a sneaker?
It's like how any men work. Like usually the men that are smaller and in stature, right? Like gonna dominate everybody.
Yeah.
People are weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to get the results and see what they say.
Yeah. So how long have you been busy with this?
I registered it in 2022.
2022.
Yeah, then I couldn't do lab work because we were busy collecting samples. So this year, in the next few months, I have to start with the lab work.
With the lab work.
Yeah.
So you're getting data from all the years from 2022.
Yeah,
onwards.
I started collecting samples in 2017 because that's when
You're gonna use your own as well.
Yeah, I've collected samples from 2017 until 2024.
Okay.
So we have at least a 7-year gap, like period of samples throughout breeding season.
Okay. So it's all the biopsies basically.
Yeah, all the biopsies.
So who's like, are you doing the genetics yourself or?
Yeah.
Yo, that's cool. Okay. Yeah. So any interesting results so far?
I haven't done any
You
lab
haven't
work.
done
Yeah,
any
I
lab
haven't
work?
done. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Still waiting to do lab work.
Yo, it's gonna be fascinating if you start doing that. Yeah. Yeah. So another question I want to ask, like, I saw you work with that fricky guy because you also look like a fun guy to work with, and you also stayed for another consecutive year with you, no?
Yes.
How was that? Like, you
see,
had the same members basically.
Yeah. It was fun.
It was
See,
fun.
those were one of my best years.
Yeah. I would have thought so. Because it was the same guy and he was a fun guy.
Yeah, it was nice. So like the crazy thing, when I went for the first time on Marion, I took over from Friggy. So I somehow knew him.
You knew him.
Yeah. Then when we went down with Pelagic, it was like, oh, okay, just the two of us would get this thing done.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice working with him.
Okay.
We easily like got the way us work with the seals and stuff. Then it was nice. So we easily like split the work fast. I don't know, okay. I'll be like focusing more on this section, we'll be focusing on the other section. Then yeah, it was nice. It was nice and fun.
Yeah. Did you guys have any crazy stories? Anything crazy that happened?
Man, I think the
I want to hear some of your crazy stories. 'Cause I haven't heard any of your crazy
It
stories.
depends what you mean by crazy.
I don't know. What do you think? What's crazy?
I don't know, but yeah.
Okay, I'll give you an example of a crazy story.
Okay.
That one that happened with Chris Oosthuizen on boulders. I think it was Chris. I think Otto told it to me when he was checking a seal tag on the beach section on the rocks there.
Yeah.
And then I think it was Half Moon or something. Like came out of the water and grabbed the seal. That's like a crazy story for me. Like stuff like that. To give you an example.
Okay, I'll start with something similar like that. We're in like Cape Davis Beach doing sensors. Then we check the sail. Then we move to the second sail. That's like freaked out. It ran into the water.
Yeah.
Then the killer whales came to grab it.
Yeah. Like how many came?
It was like one female, but she had the other pod were like outside on the other rock because Cape Davis Beach has rocks, and then she used that small crack, like the one where the water cashes out, grabbed the seal back to the other side, and then we ran, stood on the cliffy rocks and watched.
To check it out.
Yeah. Then they were like, killing it.
Killing it.
Yeah. One time I was doing sensors to north, going to Repetos. Freaky and Danny, they were walking from Rooks to Mixpickle.
Okay.
We had crazy lightning.
Yo.
At some point, I was like, this is it. This lightning's going to strike me and I'll die.
Yo. How crazy.
It was insane. Then I arrived in the hut. Then we're doing homes. I'm talking with Freaky. I'm like, bruh, shit, almost hit the fan here. And I'm telling him about the lightning, how bad it was. Then he explained the same story also there. Was convinced, okay, this is the end. The lightning is going to strike.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. It was nuts.
Yeah, that's the problem of an island like that. There's no high ground. Like if there's no trees that it will hit, it will probably hit us. If
Yeah,
it's
you are
like,
the tallest thing.
So the
if it will
tallest
hit you-
thing.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, even on the 15th of October, that was like insane. We had bad weather. So I was counting from Mixpickle. Then I had to do like all the way up to Archway. Then Freaky was doing north. Yeah, see, the weather was bad. We did it over 2 days because I had to walk from Mixpickle up to Kildare. Then the following day finished the rest. But on the comms I told Freaky, I'm like, bruh, this weather was terrible as shit. I froze my left arm.
Jeez.
And then when I get back to base, he also showed me his photos that he was taking. It was like covered in ice. We're like, thank goodness, we're not like reading text, we're just like counting. But the count takes the whole day because you're walking. It was
Oh, that was the count of the first...
the elephant seals.
Elephant seals.
Yeah,
the round island count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first seal count was actually also fun.
Yeah.
Because Freaky was the protector when I was busy counting. Then like I went into this crevice. The next thing I hear him shouting. Then I stood out. It was like a tropicalis bull that was like charging towards me. And it's like trying to like push the thing.
Yeah.
The thing was not giving
was not
any
giving
of it.
in.
Yeah.
Just coming.
Yeah, then I like jumped on the rock. Then like there was the ocean behind me. Then I just stood there and froze. And then the thing stops.
You just sit there.
Yeah, like we're like maybe like a meter apart from me. Like standing on the rock. Because if I jump on that, that's like I'm jumping into the ocean.
Yeah.
And like if I go forward, then I'm going into the seal.
Yeah.
Freaky like was like poking it so that it moves away, but I was like not listening to
Not
him.
one of
Yeah.
them.
Then I just froze there. Then Freaky also froze. It's like, okay. This is
Now
happening. Yeah. And then like that thing just like moved to the other side. They were like, what a bastard. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I also this one time, I know you're not supposed to fish, you know.
Yeah.
But this one time I was like, fuck it, today's a good day. And I brought my fishing line on a round island. And I went down, where was I? Where was that? Mixpickle.
Yeah.
But I went down, you know, Mixpickle Cove there. And I was like looking for a nice spot. But it was like in summertime, so there were like fucking a lot of seals there, a lot of tropicalis bulls. In this one spot, I was jumping over the rocks, you know, just trying to avoid them. And I came to a section and like, holy fuck, I'm surrounded by like 10 bulls. At once. I was like, fuck. And they were like, you know how they make, and, like,
so
and they were
terrifying,
not
yeah.
happy with me here. And I was like, oh fuck. And I was like, no, I'm tapping out. I didn't go fish. I was like, fuck it, I'm tapping out here.
Yeah, no, those guys are crazy. Like during the newborn Papua, the gazella ones, we waited at water tunnel and then we had to shoot to weigh a tripod.
Yo, did you do both on one day?
Yeah, we did both in one day.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one, that interesting one.
That's intense.
Yeah.
How many helpers did you have?
So at base, it was myself, Eleanor, Danny, and Freaky. So the four of us were there. Then we walked back to base. Then people at base came to help.
Okay, they at least came to help.
Yeah, DJ came. So we're busy weighing. Like tripod has less pubs there.
Yeah, there's less there.
Then I think it was like around 3 or 4:30. Also like 1 killer whale coming at tripod. Killer whale. We grab. Then we're like, oh, then he can record the killer whale. The killer whale. Then we'll continue weighing. And then we're like, look again. We're like, it's not 1, 4 killer whales.
Yeah.
Then we'll stop weighing for a moment to like go check the killer whales because they were like busy circling and stuff.
Yeah.
within 10 minutes, we had like more than 24 killer whales. A
Holy
tripod.
shit.
That was insane.
24?
Yeah, it was
And
insane.
Danny was there to obviously record.
Danny was there.
Yeah, she was probably so busy.
Yeah, like, everyone was busy taking videos, taking pictures. Like the crazy thing, we even had people from base.
Yo.
And some people, it was like the actual first time going to help the sealers.
Yeah, and
to be
see
out
the-
there. Then like,
what a
all these
sighting
killer
for
whales
them.
come. It was insane.
That's insane.
It was insane. They spent like an hour or so there at the bay.
24?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
oh, it was,
I
it
think
was
that
crazy.
most I've seen were 14, I think.
Yeah, no, that was like, it was crazy. They were just playing there.
Yeah.
Or like, what's happening? Why a tripod?
Yeah.
Of all the
Tripod,
places,
of all
why
places.
tripod?
It's such a small bay,
Yeah,
actually.
it was crazy.
Yo.
That was like one of the craziest things.
Yo. I can remember when I helped Megan with the pubway there. It was me, Londani, Megan and Toko.
Yeah.
Because we split it up. Dylan and Peter went to Water Tunnel and then we did a tripod one. But we soon realized tripod had less pups.
Yeah, there's
It's
less
really
pups.
difficult to find them sometimes.
Yeah.
But yo, it was later on the gazellas, you know how long they get and like fucking fast when
Yeah.
they become larger. Yeah, it was some fucking hard work. We couldn't find those pups, and when you find them, they run.
Yeah, you have to
run,
chase
they
them.
run. But later I got a skill and they jump in the water, and I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck this shit.
You jump in the water also.
Yeah, I jump in
Yeah.
the water and I just fucking take the seal out of the water like a catfish, you know.
Yeah, when they jump into that stream, you also jump for them.
Yeah, you jump for him.
Yeah,
It's
you-
like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it because I'm not gonna struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually better going for them in the
Yeah,
water.
because when you don't get into the water, they will like go up.
They'll just
then
go
you go
out.
up, then they go down. and
Exactly.
then they go on the other side of the river. Then
Yes,
you jump
yeah.
to the other side. They come back into the water.
Yo, I was so exhausted that day. I was exhausted because
Yeah.
that was the most exhausting pubway. That one time with Gazella. Like the Tropicalis is a breeze. It's
Yeah,
not
because
this-
they're concentrated.
Yeah, that's
and they like
easy.
to hide.
Yeah.
So they're easy to catch.
Yo. Yeah.
Yeah, now gazellas are fun. I enjoy them.
Gazelles are fun. But yeah, like my work, like the stuff I did, the worst part of it was the cold, like especially at the cathedral sites.
Because you have to be stagnant.
Stagnant, yeah. And you have to sit there for 20 minutes looking for insects.
Yes.
It's just like, my hands just like get fucked.
And you can't work with gloves.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
You can't. Like, the problem with the gloves is it keeps you warm, but then it gets wet. And when it gets wet, it's a fuck
Then
up.
it's worse.
Then it's
Yeah,
worse.
It's
yeah.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget that first time my gloves got so wet and I was so cold. It's like,
That's why you wear pigskins and
you know,
chop
your
the
life
fingers.
is out of your hands and then the life
Yeah.
comes back and it's just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it hurts like
Yeah.
fucking mad. Yeah, it's
Yeah, no, the
like-
cold is insane. Then you can't open the hard door now because your
Yeah.
fingers are weak. You
Yeah,
feel
and
like
the
a child.
fucking heater doesn't want to work, and you're like, with the lighter, like you can't feel anything, and you're
Yeah.
burning your finger, and you don't realize it. And then the next time, like, yeah, my finger is fucking sore.
Yeah, because you burned it.
Oh fuck, I burned it. oh, that's fun times, man.
Yeah, no, it's interesting times. Like, yeah. The best times.
But it's so fascinating that even like so high up, you still find like these weevils that live under the rocks, and it's fuck all vegetation.
Now, I've seen spiders on like,
Yeah.
it's Spitscope high up there. I'm like, what are they feeding on? Because it's
Yeah, they feed on
black
calembula.
lava.
Calembula, or maybe weevil larvae, yeah.
Okay.
That's what they probably feed on.
Because there's more spiders in the interior than downslopes.
Yeah, they are actually. Especially, it depends probably where,
Yeah.
I would say. There's one species of weevil, the, not the parv, the elongatus, the Baphometopus elongatus. That one is like a special one that only occurs above 600 meters on the island.
okay.
So you find that one under the rocks because
Yeah.
it eats like a lichen. It
Ah.
occurs there.
Yeah.
So it's very niche dependent. That's what makes the weevils so interesting on the island. Like there's 6 species and all of them have different niches. Like the
Is
one
that-
is along the coast, another one is like semi-coast,
Yeah.
Baltic side. The other one is under rocks anywhere, Parvulus. Then you get the one that's on the Azo, Ectomarinus. Then you get the one that I just explained, and then the other one, is the one they still need to reassess, basically.
Is the one under the rocks safe from mice?
That's a good question. Probably not, because it has to come out eventually. And it probably comes out at night time, and then the mice feeds on it.
Yeah, see, okay.
So I don't think anything is actually away from mice. The only one I would feel is the one on the coast.
Yeah.
The one that's like in the intertidal zone. I don't think the mice can get that
I've
one.
seen mice on the coast.
Like on the rock, like next to the ocean.
Yeah, at Archway.
Yeah.
On those big rocks, so like this where the main beach forms.
See, that would be interesting study.
And I've seen them like moving there.
You could actually like do a study, like focus, like impacts of the mice on the weevils.
Even at Cape Davis Beach, I've seen mice
Like
on the rocks.
On the rocks.
Yeah.
But I would say they will probably be the best protected from the mice, because they're on the rocks and the ocean is there to protect them, kind of. And they're like on the side of the rock, like not on the top. Yeah. That makes sense, because the algae they feed on is like at the bottom of the rock, like where the ocean comes up and down, up and down. So it's tidal. So if it's low tide, they go down and they feed, and it's high tide, it's underwater, for instance. So
then they're safe.
then they're safe.
Because the mice don't go into the water.
Yeah, they won't go into the water. That was funny. The mice fucking swim in the ocean.
If they start swimming, then we're screwed.
They start eating the fucking orcas.
The orcas will use that thing as a toothpick.
Jeez. Yo, but the kelp gull, they love the mice. I'll never forget when we captured the mice.
Yeah.
You know, we caught a lot of mice and we used to throw them down that slope there at Crane Point.
Yeah.
When they fall into the ocean, all the kelp gulls just like, they just feed.
That's crazy. So why can't they learn to hunt them?
I don't know. I think it's just a lot of effort, because mice are fucking fast.
And they're fast,
difficult to catch, actually. They're not an easy thing to catch. That's like why you have owls who can't like make noise when they hunt. You know, there's a reason for that. Because if the mice start to hear a bird coming, they'll just go.
Yeah.
I don't think.
And I'm sure those mice, they still have that instinct of danger.
A lot more instinct of danger than the birds on that island.
Yeah, so they're still aware that they are predators.
Yeah, that's a real good point.
Yeah.
Because they kind of co-evolve with humans, you know.
Yeah.
They're used to people being around always. Yeah. But yeah, the mice are super interesting for me.
Yeah, they are interesting.
Because they became like the cannibals of the island.
Super mice.
The super mice.
They are super mice, those things.
Those things are crazy.
Yeah. It would
I've
be nice.
Weird shit with the mice, man.
It would be nice to have a mouse-free Marion.
Yeah. It would be nice to see what's the after effects. What's it going to be like? Like, is all the moths how fast is the moth population gonna re-establish? And like, that will be interesting to see.
Yeah.
The insects are gonna be like 10 years, then it's back to normal. Imagine.
Be interested on the grass.
Yeah.
It will be the first indicator that
all the carex, fucking seaweeds are gonna be there. All the grass, yeah. So any other crazy stories, like with seals? You never got bitten, right?
No, I've never been bitten, except by pups.
Oh, okay. Well, pups don't
Which
count.
is common.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah, it's common, yeah.
That's a fucking luck.
Yeah, it is
I've never
luck.
been bitten in 4 times being there.
Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's luck.
So you're careful as well, obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something to do with people's personality.
Yeah, it's people's personality. I feel like you don't really need to use your eyes only on the island. Your ears are also important. Like, never lose focus. You always have to be like alert.
I've realized that.
Always be alert.
I'll never forget this one time I helped with census, and this, you know, how the females, at least just like, sometimes just go like that towards you, and it's like,
yeah.
Went like that, and I'm like, yo, okay.
Yeah,
I need to focus.
Yeah.
I need to start focusing all the time. You
need to have
can happen.
You need to have a cat reflexes.
Yes.
Always be ready, like because you will have close calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of close calls.
Yeah.
I had this one time, another time with the gazelle Papua, where this one flipping mom didn't want to stop chasing us. Like, he just chased us. No, go
Was
away.
it for the entire pathway?
I think what happened, I think we weighed her pup, and then her pup got like mixed up with other, and she was like fucking angry with us about that. And then she chased me, and then I slipped, and I fell, and she came straight for my head. But then luckily I had my stick, and I just like poked the stick right in front of her face, and then just got up and like. I was like, fuck!
Yeah, those are terrifying moments.
Terrifying moment that. I was just like, Megan, help! She's like, what's the problem?
Yeah, and she's like have a slow voice.
Yeah, she was so chilled. What's wrong?
Okay, it's danger here.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. No, I think I'll definitely go back.
Yeah, now that place, man. Once it bites you, you wanna go back again.
I don't know if I'll do another year, but I'll do a takeover.
But I think a year is the best.
The year's the best.
Like one thing I don't like about takeover, you get
fast.
there, it ends fast, and then you're on the island, you're like busy, like you're also busy in takeover. And then by the time we feel like okay, my fitness has kicked in, I'm ready to walk this island and enjoy
you have
it.
to go again.
Then you go back into the ship.
And then you get fucking unfit again.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, and it's like there's not a lot to see in takeover. But if you have the whole year, you know, like
Yeah, that's
the year's
true.
the
There's a
best.
lot more to see.
There's a lot more to see in here. You just need to have like a good camera, lot of hard drives.
Yeah. And Starlink. No,
I
actually
don't
not.
really care much about the internet.
Yeah, it's actually good not to have internet.
Yeah.
That I realized.
For me, internet is for sending reports and communicating to us. Hey, we need you to buy this and this for next year. But from that,
Yeah. I feel like it was nice having it's good and bad not having internet. The good part was like just like not caring, you know. I don't give a shit.
you just want to tell the family now and then,
Yeah,
I'm
just-
safe,
I'm
everything's
safe,
fine.
everything's fine.
Yeah, and send them few photos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Apart from that, you don't need the internet.
Not really.
Yeah.
But it can be useful. Especially
It
for
can
the,
be useful.
for the research. Like
Yeah.
for me, it would have been nice to have the internet just to fucking Google the moss species quickly. And,
Yeah.
you know, understand. Like I didn't have any reference for that to ID them, so I was like, you just eyeball it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
nah.
that's that.
Nah, that's
But
hard.
that's maybe wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
So whatever.
Yeah, and the internet was bad in your ear.
Yeah, it was quite bad. It was really bad.
That was terrible.
What was it better in your hair? The internet?
No, I feel like it was better because you could access your banks.
Ah,
You didn't have to go to the radio room to get your bank running. But it was like KBTech and Standard Bank. I'm not advertising for them, but yeah. They were working properly on the island.
yeah. It probably got worse the last couple of years or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, how do you feel about the island in general? Do you think there's like gonna be any problems in the future? Do you think there's a lot of opportunity still for research there? Are you worried about anything there? I don't want to get into any controversial talk now, but
Yeah, no, it's not controversial. I'm just thinking, man, like, I think there's a lot of opportunities. Yeah, I think there's opportunities.
for doing like any research, like masters and PhDs,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, no, for or doing those type of stuff, there's a lot of
Yeah,
opportunities.
it's never ending.
Yeah. I mean, there's enough data for like multiple PhDs and MSCs.
Yeah.
But yeah, for future research, I'm just being hopeful, man, that I hope it will continue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it will continue.
I think it will.
I just hope,
It's an important place.
I
It's
just
a
hope the
preserve.
base can stay intact and that they just keep it up to date and like this whole generator thing.
Yeah, the generators are fixed, which is like nice.
Yeah.
They have plans to fix the base. So hopefully that get done as soon as possible before it's like worse. So
But the base isn't that bad. It's just like the leaking.
yeah, the leaking.
This is the problem. I don't know how you're gonna fix that though. Like the panels is a problem.
Yeah, I'm sure people who are involved in constructions, they know.
They know probably.
They know what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just need time to like see the best time to do
They'll
it.
probably need a team that stays there for 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months or 3 months, like the way they did with the demolition of the old base. Yeah.
Because there's more enough space.
Because in takeover, it's raining. I feel like
That's
the
the
challenge is
problem.
like, how do you fix a leak when it's raining?
When it's raining all the time.
Yeah,
It's
so
always raining.
because it's always raining.
Yeah.
And yeah,
No, you can't. It's impossible.
I'm sure that like thinking, what's the best way to like solve this issue? But yeah, I mean, I'm so hopeful that the research will continue. It's important for like South Africa and the world.
I think so.
Because it's also like capacity building. So
But you know, so many people are so positive. Like if I think about my family, because I like had like a talk here at my house now here,
yeah,
like with all my family members, because they were so interested. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell happened there? Everybody's like, yo, they couldn't believe we have an island like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
it's insane.
So that's what's so cool for me. Like most people that actually hear about it are actually very curious.
Yeah.
I want to learn about it.
People want to know what's happening there.
Yeah.
How can I get there also? So I feel like the more we have awareness, the better. And like with the open days that are happening, it's also another platform to make people know about the island,
Yeah.
the type of research being done. So I think it's good. It's good publicity. So,
Yeah, we should do more open days actually.
yeah, they've been open days last year. This year, because when they came back from Antarctica, it was in East London. And then now in Durban. Last year it was in PE. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that justice to the public. We just have to find means now of having maybe a visual ship to take to the mainland.
Visual ship.
Yeah, like something that you can have an open day or something that you go to the mainland. Like, because now you're only focusing on the coastal regions.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that's true. Yeah, like a tourist ship. That's what
Yeah,
you're saying.
like just get something, man, or virtual reality of the ship. Then you go mainland, then you make people walk inside the ship using virtual reality. Maybe that might spark curiosity.
You can easily do that.
Yeah.
Actually. And like that thing that Rabia made. Yeah, that virtual reality. That was really cool. It felt
It's so
like
cool.
really I was on the
Yeah.
island.
Yeah, it's
Felt
so
like,
nice.
oh
Yeah.
fuck, it's a ferry, you motherfucker.
It's so engaging actually having the virtual
We
reality
should make
set.
more of that actually.
Yeah, we have some videos. I think we'll speak with my chair also to share some of his videos because he took some 360 footage.
You did.
I think so, yeah. Oh.
No, you didn't even tell me about it.
Because you want to show people the landscape of the island. You want to show people how the people conduct their research. So yeah, now we have left 360 camera on the island and one side of virtual reality for the guys.
Oh really?
Yeah, to take some footage so they can go, the ecologists, they can go with source people, like just take some 360 footage of them working.
Yeah.
And then you compile all these things into one thing.
That'd be so cool. I think it would be so cool to see like a 360 while the people are like looking at the seals and all of that, and while people are doing some wallaby work, while people are doing grey-headed work.
Exactly.
That'd be so cool to see. And then just like some random stuff.
Yeah, and random stuff.
Put it in between some seals playing. Or
or just record it while you're walking.
While you're walking.
Over Karugop,
Yeah.
Black Haglet.
In the shittiest
That's
weather.
so the creepiest weather.
Yes,
hopefully if you have the creepiest weather and someone is seeing it in virtual reality, they'll actually understand like, okay, this island is brutal.
No, you won't. You won't
it's
feel
unforgiving.
It. You won't feel it. That's the thing. You'll see it, but you won't feel it.
I feel like on the day when they released the weather warning that the weather is bad, those who want to express Marion, they must go to Artscape. There's a passage there. There's a water tunnel.
Yeah.
The wind there pumps.
The
go
pumps
and
is
walk
because
there.
of the building from the top. Like all the wind comes down.
Yeah. So
that's
I think
a great example.
I think people should go there to experience mild Marion. It's entry level of Marion.
I can remember as a child, we went to a show there once. We came through that passage there. But you had to run because you can't fucking
yeah.
And I was small, man. I was like 8 to 9 years old. And I was too light. I had to run.
Yeah, that's entry level wind for Marion. People need to go there and experience it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to crawl sometimes. The
Yeah.
wind was so bad. You had to crawl on all fours. You can't stand up straight.
Nah, it's
Like, what
it's
the
crazy. One time I was going from base to water tunnel. Like it snowed the previous night. Then the following day it was wind and like rain. So the ice didn't smell. It became like compact snow.
Yo.
Like you stand it slippery.
Shit.
Then from like approaching Middle Roy, I had to crawl all the way to Middle Roy because I couldn't stand up. I stand up was like being blown.
Holy
It was
shit.
insane. I wasn't sure I'll make it.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was like intense. Like I arrived at the hard, my
But
knees
how
were
was
sore.
Karoko?
It was pumping.
Yeah.
It was
You
pumping.
were probably like taking a relief there.
It was
Like,
pumping.
like
And I was like, it was like against, like I was walking against the wind.
Yeah.
I was like pumping. It took forever.
shit. Yo, you know what's the weirdest thing for me? Like the other day I drove to Ladysmith. It was faster driving from here to Ladysmith than it's from walking from base to water tunnel. And I was like, yes, this is so weird for me. It just feels weird. It
Yeah.
felt so fast when I was driving now, but usually it felt like if I drove to the Southern Cape, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, it takes long. It feels like it's a long drive.
Yeah.
It wasn't feeling like a long drive anymore. It's like so short.
It's short because you all have walked the longest.
Yeah, you've walked longer than this.
Yeah, it's like when you use the chopper to water tunnel from base, it's 5 minutes. And then when you're walking, it's 5 hours. It's so insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I agree with you, like you can't experience everything.
Yeah.
Like that's why I like to hear other people's stories because everyone has different stories because everyone's experienced different things.
Yeah, because you go out at different times, doing different
Exactly,
things.
different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and different places all the time.
Yeah. Because we work in different spots.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. So, yeah. What was your last year that you were overwintering? It was 2017, right?
2021.
2021, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
2021, 2022.
That's the consecutive year.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What is Niku doing now?
It's in the US.
In the US?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. But are you still collaborating with him? Is he still
Yeah,
involved?
he's our advisor.
He's still advisor.
So yeah, he's still involved.
Okay.
It's nice.
Okay.
We can't lose such brilliant brains, man.
No.
We need him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what work is he doing?
He's a director at Indiana Police Museum.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a cool job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's nice actually. Because I remember in one of my years, this girl dropped an email. I think she was doing a postdoc or something, asking us to take pictures of killer whale teeth because she wanted to study how they wear off and stuff. And then we're like, the killer whales don't smile at us when that passing. There's no way.
How are you going to do that? I don't think she understood.
Yeah, because I think she just heard that killer whales come close to the island and stuff. And
She thought like the teeth were going to show.
yeah, so she was like, yeah, I want to take photos.
Yo,
of us.
if I just think about all Megan's photos, I don't think she has a lot of teeth showing.
No,
There's not a lot. You maybe have like one or two.
yeah, unless if you like they're hunting king penguins and stuff, and you get the picture where they're like grabbing it or something.
Yo.
But I doubt it will be something that you can use in the study. Because it sounded like she wanted us to go like open the mouth, take pictures.
You know, what's the interesting thing from here is like that those killer whales don't really breach. They don't like jump out of the water.
Yeah,
and I've seen a lot of videos before where killers like jump out. But I think it's like their social structure is like that. They learn, or their culture, you know. They're not a culture that jumps out.
They don't jump out.
They don't jump out.
They've done it twice though.
Have you seen it before?
Yeah, I have a picture of one jumping out.
One jumping out.
Yeah. It was crazy, but it was far. It was
far.
like zone 3.
Okay, that's far. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but it's killer whales are fascinating.
Yeah, they're fascinating. I think they bring joy to the island.
They do.
Because that's the only time when you see people running around when you make an announcement. Killer whales, everyone
And everybody
runs.
runs
Yeah.
to go check.
Yeah.
I love it. I always ran.
You never know when you're going to see them the last time.
Exactly.
So,
Yo, when I saw Maxie and Dot on the last day, the day we flew out.
yeah.
that was nice.
Yeah.
They came back by to say goodbye.
Yeah. And you know, okay, this is the last time I'm seeing them.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew when I saw them. This is
Like,
the
okay,
last
this is
time.
the last time.
And then I had a nice sighting at Water Tunnel as well.
Yo,
on
water
Marion
tunnel
Island.
is the best spot for killer whales.
Yo, there was it was O'Neill. O'Neill was like hunting. I see him in the kelp there, and then Archer and Angel, the two small ones, were playing there. Wee, wee. And then Agent was just chilling there. It was such a nice sighting. It was like a family visit to Water Tunnel.
Now, water tunnel is the best. Yeah.
It's a cool place.
Yeah, the killer whales love that place.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so from all the work you've done now there, do you feel like, how can I phrase this? Do you feel like you're an experienced islander now? All the seal work you've done, or do you always feel like there's more to learn?
There's always more to learn.
There's always more.
Yeah, there's always more. I feel like I know some things, but there's more I still need to learn.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. Do you anything else you want to?
Nah, now I'm good.
Are you good? You don't want to talk anymore? How long have we gone on now?
Hey, man, I think it's not an hour.
It's been an hour, yeah. It's an hour and 17 minutes.
It's been long, eh?
No, it's been short. You should see my other podcasts are even longer than this one.
Yeah, so what were you guys talking about?
Talking about al-harkak, that's the thing.
Hot food.
Hot food. Nah, hot food is the shit, man.
Yes, that's that thing, eh? That thing destroys your gut microbiome.
It does, man. You know, especially if I had 2 minute noodles, I just fought the whole day.
Yeah, I think it's because everything's in the hands. I think I need to go with a lot of probiotics there. Yeah, because that thing you eat it, then you poop it.
You just you just poop everything.
There's no nutrition.
There's no nutrition there. Yo.
Yeah, no, it's the human body is amazing. Actually, when I look at them, the stuff of food that you eat, I'm like, yeah, there's nothing much, but you're so strong and fit and you're mental good.
Yeah, your body doesn't need as much as you think, actually.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually crazy. But, like, if I didn't eat today, I feel bad. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I need to eat a lot.
I eat a lot at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. For dinner, that's the thing I don't compromise. Breakfast and lunch, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same, I think.
Yeah. Can like survive.
Usually if I was at the hut, I would like eat the leftovers of the previous night.
Yeah.
Just like chow it and then I'm fine. And then you just skip lunch.
Yo.
Then you just eat
Yeah.
dinner again.
Just need some snacks, cookies, jelly babies. Jelly babies are the best. Yeah, always make sure I have a bag of jelly babies in my bag.
Yeah.
Yo, you need those things. So when your sugar level decides to take a dive.
Yo, I didn't have a lot of jelly babies.
Yes.
I had a lot of wine gums though.
Yeah, wine gums and jelly babies work more or less.
And I had a lot of speckled eggs.
Yeah. You need those things because your sugar will betray you.
Yeah. Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget this. One time I was climbing up Karookop and I was tired, man. But then I got out my wine gums and then like,
And then it feels like now you're on steroids.
I got my energy. I felt like running.
Yeah, that's how it feels. Even a chocolate slab is the best.
Yeah. I should actually go start running again.
Now you're joining the cult.
Yeah. No, man. I haven't actually exercised since I've been back, really.
Yeah. You're losing the fitness.
No, I won't lose it. It will be there still.
It goes fast, eh? Go hiking, you will see it.
Nah, I'll still have it. I'm pretty sure.
Go hiking, you will see that.
I'm built for fitness. I was always fit. That's the thing.
Okay, go hiking, you will see that fitness runs out fast.
No, it's going to be different now because it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
There it's cold.
That's the challenging thing about hiking here, actually. The weather. Because on Marion it's cold, so it's easy to walk.
It's easy to walk, yeah.
Here now you walk, you're like, okay, I'm sweating here.
Exactly. That's the thing. But yeah, I'll probably go hike this weekend or something.
Yeah.
Go do a nice day hike or something.
Yeah. You should have joined the comrade when you come back.
Jeez. That's a bit intense, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't know how people do it in 5 hours. The winning time, what was it?
5 hours, 30 seconds. Madness. Madness.
That's madness, man.
If that guy runs the 42-kilometer one, then he's gonna smash the record.
For which one?
The 42-kilometer race would smash the record. Because that's where like the ones they do also in Olympics, the 42 one. And I think it's 2 hours or something.
Yeah, 2 hours. Oh yeah, he'll smash the record.
He will smash it.
Holy shit.
But that guy
That guy didn't even look tired when he was done.
Yeah, he
And
only
the
runs.
woman as well, when she was
Yeah.
done, she was smiling, happy.
Those two, they've been dominating that thing.
I was like, fuck, what drugs are they on? What did the guys take when they ran?
Nah, they're too skinny, man. They have zero fats in their body. I don't think it's healthy for your body, man, to run
I
that
also don't think it
distance
can be healthy to do that consecutively every year.
every year.
It's really damaging your body, I would say.
Yeah, no, it's
I don't think it's
insane.
natural to jog that far. Maybe like 40, like a marathon. Like,
Yeah, a
that's
marathon.
fine. But like that ultra marathon's like, yeah, bro, that's just
90 Ks.
like the Round Island, how long was that? That's like, what, 60, 64?
Yeah,
What is it?
72 or something.
Is it
Yeah,
72?
I think so. I can
Well,
walk.
that's fucking far as well.
Yeah, walking is fine. Running
Walking is
is
fine.
something else.
Yeah, running is just like, yeah.
They're stretching it.
Yeah, they should do an ultra marathon there. Try and fucking take those two people from the comrades, put them there. Let them run and see if they can do it in 5 hours or less. Actually, 4. That'll be quite interesting.
Yeah.
Should come for takeover. Do do a marathon around the island.
I respect those two, man.
Yeah.
I respect them.
No, I respect anyone who does the comrades, man. Yo.
Even the one who doesn't make the time.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that don't make the time. Shit.
Thank you for trying.
Yeah, thank you for trying. Sorry. Try again next year. Yeah, my dad also did it. He did it 14 times.
14 times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I'm seeing you doing it.
No, I don't think I'll do it. I'm not a runner anymore. I used to be, but I don't run anymore.
Yeah. Running's not my thing. I'm just running because I want to be fit.
It's just it's a bit boring for me. That's the
Yeah, I get
problem.
bored.
Yeah, I get bored too easily when I run like a 5K is fine.
Yeah.
It's quick.
After 10 kilometers, I get bored.
It's like,
I stop.
what's there to think about now?
I don't have a concentration of
Maybe I
running.
should just run fast and then won't get bored. Just concentrate on being tired.
I can't run without music.
You need music.
Yeah.
Did you listen to music on the island when you walked?
No.
You didn't?
No. No, I listen to the sound of the wind or the silence or the waves. I don't need music when I'm on the island. But for running, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because I don't want to run.
You want to do something else. Really.
Yeah.
Yo, I should probably get running again. Yeah, man. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. I think we've covered most things. I don't know. Obviously, you can come again.
Yeah.
Like, you're always invited.
Yeah,
Don't
no.
feel bad for asking me if you want to talk again.
I'll invite
You
people
want to
for
promote
you.
your, I don't know, whatever business you have.
Yeah, I do have a business.
You can do that. So
Yeah.
Thank you, Yinhla. Thank you for all your hard work you've done on the island and promoting Marion and being such a steward for all the research and everything there. So I appreciate you. And yeah, just keep up the good work that you're doing.
Yeah, tough work.
Tough work, but you're doing a good job.
Sure, thanks, man.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, man.